All right, just picked up a new boat, 1989 Raven Countach. Kind of a rare boat. From what I'm told, these Ravens were only made like 3 or 4 years, and then the owner got sued for stealing the molds from Regals. That's what I was told by the guy who bought this off, but this popped up for $500 on Marketplace, and I didn't have to look at it. I saw he had a picture kind of like of the underneath, and I was like, yeah. Look at that. This has never been stored in the water. It is beautiful for an 89. This will buff out to look brand new. I mean, I don't see spider cracking all over it. And it's called a Countach. Come on. 23 footer, so fairly large. Good tires on the trailer. It's a galvanized, older, very heavy duty. You know, it's not the new stuff that rusts out super quick. I guess it's a yacht club, or maybe that's just where it was sold out in Iowa. But this guy did keep it registered, so this is 2024. Well, all right, so that's expired now. But he said he hasn't had it on the water for about 3 or 4 years, but did start it every season, except he skipped last season. So that's what I'm told. It's got a 350, and look at the Mercruiser Alpha 1. This thing looks brand spanking new. You can tell it's never been in the salt water because there's just no corrosion on it. We don't have the anodes, and it looks brand new. Look at the stainless lines. Okay, these crimps are actually cracked on this, but they ain't leaking. You got these stainless trim tabs, a 4-blade stainless prop, and you know, this video is kind of a tour, and then we're gonna fire it up and get it out on the water today, probably, actually, because it's about 4 o'clock. So I think we have enough time to do so. Has the numbers on there, the Popeye sticker. I think I'm gonna have to take these lights off because I'm not gonna be able to back it into the yard otherwise. Let's get under here. I didn't roll under this thing at all. A little chippage right here that somebody had patched that up with some epoxy. I didn't check for rotted transom or nothing. I mean, they get soft when they're old like this. That's just how it goes. But if you grab this and the whole thing's not falling off of there, you don't see it rocking, then yeah, that's good enough for me. I did walk through it and the floors weren't falling through either, so that was a good sign. So that is the spin around tour. So let's get you inside real quick. This side, these tires are shot. Very dry rotted, about to blow, but the other side had good tires, and we do have a good spare. To hop inside the boat, we have a nice fold down stainless ladder. Obviously my favorite part on this boat is the through hull exhaust. This does have some little turbulator plates in there. It's probably not going to be too loud. Here we go. Got the sun pad, and it's a little soft toward the middle. It looks like we're missing something here. Now, got this huge bench seat that bows out a little bit. Oh, it is comfy too. And he kept the cover on it, so this thing's not filthy. You have a built-in ashtray. Look at that. Is that a Powerball ticket? It's got a super cushy captain's chair. And one thing I really like is there's enough space to stand here, you know, at the helm and be able to steer looking over the bow. Look at these gauges. We got our communications, a depth finder, and a little radio. Oh yeah, marine stereo, sound barrier. It takes tapes too. Fire extinguisher still good. Got our throwable, another seat right here, and there's a look. We do have the snap cover too. So look inside the cuddy. No stinks in here. It's actually a seat on that side too. These are very comfortable. Plenty of overhead in this seat. Not so much over here, but enough overhead to sleep. Doesn't have a porta potty. I got a few of those in the attic. This upholstery is actually in really good shape, and there's no storage underneath, as you see, of these cushions, but I bet you we got probably life vests. Oh, nothing under here? Wow, what's up with that? So what is under all that space? Just foam? Odd. I guess our life vests. Oh, I got some fenders, storage along the rails up here, and then what's underneath of these? Well, they're just bolted in place too. Yeah, look at that. Oh, he put some, what is this? I was gonna say poison, but almost just like a bag of rocks or something. I don't know what that's for. We got some flares. Flare gun. Date code 1988, 1992. One thing I don't like on these Ravens is the hatch. Ooh, it's not even latched. That is just plastic, so you know, it's not gonna last. Along with the front windshield too. It's just like this plexiglass and it's all faded and hazed over. You see the sides are glass though. Maybe our life vests are under here. Yes, we got an anchor, some oil, plenty of life vests, and it's all clean and dry. Now for an engine, that's heavy. The hood struts are blown like usual, but got the block of wood. We have the Mercruiser 350 Magnum, and yeah, I mean, he said it ran, so I say let's check the fluids and get rolling. See, we got hydraulic oil for the trim up to level. This has power steering on it. That's pretty much up to level. A Blue Top Optima battery that is good. It says good. Let's see what this battery's got for open voltage. 12.6. Fully charged. Might as well hook the no-code genius up to it for now though. Top it off. The last thing to check is our motor oil, but I don't see a dipstick anywhere. Let's see what we're looking like with the cap. No condensation. Milkiness. You see this has got a 4-barrel Holly on it. We got a Quicksilver oil filter, that must be. There's our fuel filter. There it is, tucked behind this hose. You know, I gotta say, let's just see what this is. What we're looking like. Oh yeah, clean, but about a 1/2 inch over the full mark. So it's not sitting in the water right now. You know, I'll just leave that where it is. I mean, sometimes when I see that, I would think there could be water in this engine based on past experiences. Wouldn't be the worst idea to pull a vacuum on that dipstick before starting it just to see if there's any water that settled down. I mean, if the drain plug was more accessible, check that. But I don't have a lot of skin in the game, so we'll know if we start it gets milky. What I was gonna say is this seat, it's like, look how much unused space is in the back of this boat. You're almost better off just doing a small cover over this engine, and then you can put seats in the back and you have so much more standing room in here. Well, you know, this is the sporty thing to do, and you got the sunbathing pad. Anyway, let's go key on. Both. Oh, got a beep. It does fit into the yard with the lights on there, but it is, I mean, you got a 1/2 inch on each side. The boat came with some muffs. Yeah, throttle only. Roll this forward. Okay. A few pumps. I think I actually hear the pumper going up. There it goes dry. Pretty healthy. Got water coming out of the exhaust. Now when I revved it, I do feel a really bad vibration, so I don't know what that is yet. It feels good. Yeah, like we're in neutral, and if you just, oh, terrible vibration. Oh, and we got something leaking here too. What is that, fuel? Oh, with water in it. Actually, I got water coming out of this top thermostat plate. Sounds pretty good, but yeah, we got a big old fuel leak. Now my first thoughts on that vibration is that's probably the drive shaft U-joint, hopefully anyway, because that'll be a fairly simple fix. Or I don't know. How about this fuel leak? Okay, this is just the flare nut is tight, but the big inlet guy that's loose. I'll loosen up that flare and then tighten this bad boy down. Okay, one problem fixed. That's all, just a junked up gasket. Had some rust in here. It does still have the thermostat in place, so I'll just put some right stuff on this. We have right stuffed up on both sides. Drop this back together. And no more fuel or water leak. That right stuff is amazing. Torque and go, never a problem. Oh, there it is. Interesting. So in gear, out of gear, it's got some ridiculous vibration, but not at idle. By the gimbal bearing. Wow. Of course, I didn't check the gear oil in this yet either. Always preaching about it. Check it before you start it, but I didn't see any oil leaking out of this at all. So, yeah, we're up to level. Little foamy, but it's got oil. Always a good idea to pull the bottom plug first and check if there's any water that's been sitting, but that's usually an issue with boats that have been stored in the water, and this one definitely has not been. Wow, this is so clean. Just no corrosion. Look at that. It's all greased up. Oh yeah, look at all those parts. The gimbal bearing's completely missing. Yeah, there you have it. So obviously the guy that sold this to me, he knew there was an issue and he had it out, because that made some noise and it came apart. But not a big deal. I mean, still a good price for this boat, and that's why I didn't even bother checking it out otherwise. And look, I mean, look at the corrosion on here. There's like nothing. What are we missing? The rub blocks on here or something. The U-joint is still good. So as you guys can tell by looking at that, it was ran for quite some time with the bad gimbal. Look at all this grease though. That fresh grease all pumped in there. And if you run it with the bed with no gimbal bearing at all, that could totally take out the upper bearing and cause the gears to get destroyed in this Alpha 1 too. Alpha 1, and that would not be good because that's an expensive piece. That's OEM. You know, you can get the aftermarket. Who makes those now? I forget the name of the companies, but they're not great. When you have an original Mercruiser, it's much better. Wow, I mean, this thing was ran for a little while without that. And this might be worse than it looks at first glance because these are all aluminum chunks. So what got broken up in here? Glad we were able to find this. Let's fire it back up and see what it sounds like. It's a little bit better. Nice and smooth. Well, let's see if we can get this bearing out. Since only the outer race is left, it might be a little bit difficult, but I've got these axle bearing pullers. Hoping maybe one of these will fit. Some small ones, a no. Big one's too big, but I can get it hooked on one. They do make a gimbal bearing puller tool, but that's for if the bearing's in one piece still, it grabs on the inner race. I'm hooked on one side of the race. Oh yeah, it's popping out. Let's spin this around a little bit. now it's pulling the whole thing. There we go. So this part lines up with the grease zerk, and there's that outer race that's on the inside of this. So I started pulling that first, but the whole thing came out of it. That's good. Next evening, new gimbal bearing is in the freezer, getting nice and cool so it'll slide into place with ease. Yes, I did skimp out by not getting the grease seal on the inside or replacing the bellows, but you know, they seem plenty pliable and there's no holes in them. Got this all greased up. We need to get a tool for getting the new one in. Now I do have this alignment tool, but I don't have the piece that slides on it for installing a gimbal bearing. However, I don't think, I mean, it came out pretty easy, so I'm thinking maybe one of these big seal drivers might do the trick. Yeah, look at that. Drop this on here, and then to extend it, got a 1-inch socket so we can throw an extension and whale her into place. There she is. I rubbed a little grease on this, and make sure when you're putting it in that this little grease port lines up with the port on the inside. It's at about the, oh, I don't know, 4 o'clock position, but your grease port is down here. And make sure these notches go inward. Unfortunately, this seal driver is sitting on the inner race a little bit when you get started. So I'll take the old casing and use that. It's a little hard to get it positioned. You want to make sure to go until it's fully seated. I ended up having some issues getting that fully seated, but now it's good. You know, you should be hitting it until you hear the sound difference, and then kind of reach your finger behind the bearing and make sure it's fully seated back there. But now I can pump with some grease and we'll check the alignment. Oh yeah, all that grease splooging out. At first glance, our alignment looks okay. I should be able to take my alignment tool and slide it all the way into the engine coupler without any resistance, or a little bit of resistance. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. Now that doesn't mean we're not gonna have issues, because we could still have bad motor mounts. And right now it's lined up, but as soon as you accelerate, the motor's jacking up. So we'll check that all out later. For now, I'd like to get on the water. You know, just rush, get it done, so you have to repair it again because you messed something up, right? If you're doing this job, definitely get the right tools. It's gonna make it a lot easier. Fortunately, I had this box of old bearing races and gears and was able to get it done easily. Could probably use a 2-inch pipe too. That's what I was getting ready to do, but lots of options. I got a couple O-rings out of my kit here for this shaft. Did get kind of banged up on here, but it should still be, should be able to still go on. So we're ready to drop this on. Unfortunately, the little wear pads didn't show up yet. They're still a few days away. I think I can get those on when it's installed though. If not, take the rods off, no big deal. This gasket's actually in pretty good shape. I'm gonna just rub it up with Bel Ray grease. Look at this amazing woman. What do you got here?
Breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast for dinner. That looks delicious. You got some pork roll, egg, and cheese. Oh yeah, thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
No, hey, no, Gus. You're the best. Mmm.
Oh yes, drippy eggs.
Look at that, Gus. Oh yeah. What are you doing? You ready for the winter?
You should teach him to jump over your back.
Did you just pee here? It smells like pee here, boy. And grease your shaft, grease your U-joints if they have Zerks on them. Make sure it's in forward gear, and slip and slide this on. Come on, baby. Having a little bit of an issue here. I should have taken a new gimbal bearing and slid it over the shaft and made sure it went on, because I think that's my problem right now. There it goes. All buttoned back up. Let's verify we don't have vibration. Perfect. Very nice. Looks like we don't have any charging voltage. Yeah, we are charging. 13.7 at idle. So, it's just not accurate, I guess. We got good oil pressure, about 45. And temperature has come up to 150. It was actually just up at 170 a second ago. So I guess thermostat just opened. And 96 degrees today. Good test drive weather. I'm gonna give it a quick spritz off, just because if you look up close, you know, it's all mildewy and a lot of oxidation. You'd really want to hit this with a hull cleaner probably first, but let's see what the pressure washer will do. That came out awesome. Of course, on the colored part, you can really see the oxidation a lot, so I can tag that with a buffer real quick. Got this worn out pad that should do it. And I usually use a cleaner wax, but I ran out, so I just have this oxidation remover. Let's see what it does. We went from this to this with just 5 minutes of buffing, heavy duty cleaner. Look, you can even see my reflection. Unbelievable. Not gonna waste any more time on that right now though, because to be honest, it's just too hot. The wax compound just dries immediately. So I don't think this is ideal weather for it. How much gas is in this, so we'll go ahead and just throw 20 bucks in. You actually got to watch walking around here in flip-flops because you got rusty jagged metal that catch a toe, mess you up real good. Look at this, empty. Parking lot's usually completely packed with at least 50, 60 other trailers. One guy out. We're an hour from low tide, which I don't like because that always equals a slippery ramp. Yeah, she got some sharp lines. Gorgeous. And so it's been sitting here a few minutes. First thing's always check for water. Yeah, bone dry down there. Next thing is our blower fan, but I don't have any gas vapors at all down here. Trim down, touch a throttle. Yeah. All right. How many boats have you seen me come down here with?
Every time you got to have something different, so.
Yeah, I feel like you're living the dream though. I see every time I come down here, you're out on a weekday.
Oh, yeah, I'm retired.
That's it, man. You got the GP 1800R supercharged.
I'm retired. I got plenty of toys. I'm either on this or on my dirt bike or my street and trail bike. Or
nice, man. Living the dream. I might be waving at you if I break down. It's right up on plane. No vibrations. Trim her up a touch. We're doing 33 right now. Nice cruise, real smooth. So far. Okay, let's see what she's got. Not breaking up at all. 48 mile an hour, and we're pretty much slack tide now. All right, let's see what the real top speed is. Gonna trim her all the way up. I don't want to push it too hard before, but here we go. That is 50. Now we're starting to porpoise a little bit. 52 mile an hour. Woo! Not bad.
You got yourself another Raven, huh?
Oh yeah.
What's it called? The Countach? Tosh? Countach?
Yeah. See the tide dripping pretty good. There you go. You can kill that. Well, look who came to visit. You want to go for a spin on it?
Yeah, it's a little nicer than our last Raven.
Yeah, she's kind of sporty, you know. Ran good coming here, so we will probably go get a bite to eat and then go for a rip. Look at this, Seaward 24. They're doing some dredging up, so they were probably using that to push the platforms around and such.
I like that.
Little Sea-Doo. It's like a bathtub on the water. It's goofy looking. I mean, it's probably fun though. It's better than a jet ski. It's just about the same size, so can't really hate on it.
I'd like to captain something this small for the first time.
Yeah. They're parked the wrong way for the current, but oh, that's probably mine. Yeah, the rope ripped. Look at that. Oh, jeez. I think it's mine. What happened to the rope?
Probably yours. What happened? Did you have a knot failure or?
No, the rope just broke. Yeah. Let's stop into the Mill Street Cantina.
Yeah, I'm getting winded a lot easier these days.
Yeah, you're carrying some extra weight, so. We got the only seats at the bar, and you know, do the proper boat thing. Set your keys up there so people know you came with a boat. I just picture a guy who's full of himself walking up to the bar, you know, throw his boat keys down, and be like, "I'll take a gin and tonic," with an attitude, you know. It was fast. They got a great quesadilla here, guys.
Welcome to hard times. What are you squirreling away there?
I look like such a bum hanging out with this girl. I'm all dirty and I'm putting chips in a bag.
Great, buddy.
Don't let food go to waste. Well, that was delicious, and I did promise Jen a ride on the boat, so
it's not gonna sink, is it?
no, as long as it's still there, we'll be good. Those ropes kind of questionable. I don't know.
Can't wait.
Just a stunning evening on the water. Finally starting to cool down a little bit. Welcome to luxury at its finest. Would you
I
like
love
to
it, yeah.
enter my,
I'm gonna pass on that for now. Do we know if there's any mouse droppings or anything?
No, I mean, it smells pretty moldy, not mousy. Let's see if this radio works. Oh man, this thing's rad. Ooh, might have to keep this one. Vintage. Well, I don't think we have an antenna, but it works. I'd say the only bad thing about through-hull exhaust is if your engine's not running tip-top, everybody's gonna know it. You know, they're gonna be like, hey, cylinder number 4 is not running, buddy. Sunny's down towards Philly, but back toward home, just saw a few lightning strikes. So I'm gonna drop her off and boogie back. So for 500 bucks, that boat is absolute fire. What a score. Been taking it out a bunch all week, burning a hole in my pocket every time, throwing fuel in it, because, you know, it's doing 50 mile an hour. It burns a lot. Just got the wear pads that came in. These just click right on there, so you're not rubbing aluminum against aluminum when the trim goes up and down. How could you? Now, some of you guys might go, how could you? But I did just put the boat up on Marketplace for $4,500. I know that's a steep price hike for running a buffer across one side of the boat and doing a gimbal bearing. But yeah, you don't run into $500 Countachs every day, I tell you what. So, boat is for sale. If anybody's interested, let me know. I did want to show you guys on eBay these Magnum 350 Mercruiser engines. 5,900 bucks for a used one, 6,600 bucks. Ask price, of course, but if you go over to completed, you got this 94 that sold for $7 grand, and this one for 6,500, 99. So those things really hold their value, and the Alpha 1 being just immaculate on it, like, there's huge value in these. I mean, it's a freshwater engine. One guy wants to trade me a 91 Harley Softail Custom. I've actually never owned a Harley, so I was considering that. Well, I used to own like a 70s AMF two-stroke Harley, but that was it. I've owned over 100 motorcycles, never a Harley. By the way, future video coming on this LTD 1000 I just got. It's been sitting a long time. So that should be a fun video. I'm gonna cap this one off with a little junkyard tour that me and Jack from Anything Goes Garage, just some clips from it. But if you know where the junkyard is by seeing the video clips, don't comment where it is, because the guy said he at first he didn't want to film it, and then he was like, all right, just don't tell the internet where it is, because he doesn't want a bunch of people showing up there, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. That's probably why the stuff is still there, because it's not all plastered all over the internet and Google Maps and such. Off to the junkyard. Here we go. All right, we already got in trouble because he parked in the middle of the roadway here. But just talked to the owner over here at this salvage yard, and it's a pretty cool place. We're gonna find see if there's anything 60s, 70s, older stuff over here. But the owner said everything this way, don't even bother walking over there. I'm keeping it all. Jack, Anything Goes Garage.
Hey guys.
If you guys don't already know him, he's the guy I hired to take care of a bunch of work. Well, originally it was just a 4-speed swap on a 71 Chevelle, but now we're going a little further with it. So he's got a few videos already up on that. I'll plug a link to his channel down below. Check him out.
It was funny, this morning I'm in the garage going, this thing came in just for a transmission swap. And now look at it.
Yeah, but we're gonna try to not get too many ticks walking through here. This is a really neat yard.
My buddy, he's in his 60s, and he used to come here with his father as a kid and pull Packard parts out of here, and he says there was a lot of stuff used to be in here. So here's some.
Oh yeah,
Chrysler.
Yeah, looks like a Mopar. Yeah.
Anything with trees going around, it's got to be
Plymouth. Yeah, no, so we got to find out kind of what he's asking on this stuff whole, but
whatever this
we're gonna get covered in ticks in this place.
Pretty cool. Watch for bees too.
Oh yeah.
Seeing a lot of bees flying.
A lot of bees over there. Oh man.
Yeah, look at them in this tree. Oh, they're on this tree for some reason. There's something sweet in this tree. But
those look like hornets, don't they?
yeah, and there's some. You know, a lot of flying around. Yeah, there's some big hornets. I'm getting.
Yeah. This is a good place to come back in the winter as well.
62, 63 Impala. Here's a wagon. This is a Buick, I think. Yep, Buick. Nice Buick wagon. Wow,
it's got the glass on the top. Yeah. What's that? The Vista view, like, or something,
I think
right? Or
so. These are very sought after cars. Probably got a nail head in it. Probably a 350, maybe 400 tops. Oh, I always love these.
Thunderbird
style Thunderbirds.
Oh, Cougar.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got the Tundra in the mix here too. Might get some parts off that.
There you go.
What's that, Javelin? Oh no, Mustang.
I think it's a Mustang.
Yeah.
The Javelin hoods look the same.
Yeah. For a second. Yeah, look at it.
Touching here because I'm sure there's bees.
Oh man, see, so like somebody was just commenting how expensive these emblems are too. The original emblems on these.
Weird.
Yeah, but the ones on the Mustang I just got rid of at House of Fastback too. Those were broken. Oh, somebody folded the hood over on it.
Yeah, it's rusty.
Not that, I mean, it was already smashed.
Oh, it's got a M in it. Or Cleveland, small Cleveland. It's got the big heads, but it's
got the two Venturi.
Two barrel
yeah.
Two barrel heads. Yep.
2 V heads. Even these shrouds are worth money in these.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of parts on these cars in here yet.
Absolutely, yeah. Automatic.
And he hates 4 doors, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, my car.
Yeah, he missed the clip, but as soon as he almost kicked us out because this guy had 4 doors on his car. He said, "I hate 4 doors." And you parked in the wrong place.
I think
he got a half hour in a yard. That was it.
74 Ventura.
They do have a lot here. How about it?
RV block. I'm just waiting to get stung. There should be a code in there, but you can't find it. Not a wire brush. That could be a 400. That could be anything. I'm not a guru on the Chrysler.
Roadrunner over here. Did you see that?
Oh, look at that! Wow, got the stripes and all.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't know this yard.
I can't believe how many hoods are folded over here.
Well, that's the thing.
Like,
the hinges, they rust up. And
yeah, but who goes to just?
I know.
It's not like it fell over on its own. It's terrible.
Yeah. That's the problem. People.
How about this little cart? This is pretty cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Look at this Mustang too.
Yeah, this is when Mustangs fell off. You know, 73 was last year for most guys to consider.
Yeah. There's collectors on these still. If you find the Cobra models with the 302 and the 4-speed, there's looks like a Mustang with a hood scoop in there. What is that? It's a Mustang 2. That's not a Mustang. It's a 65 or 6, the red one.
The one nice thing about coming back here in the winter
It's a Nova.
would be all the shrubberies down too, so you can
and the
actually see. The bees, the skeeters, which aren't out yet, and the ticks would be non-existent.
Yeah, I've already had limes twice. So.
Keep getting buzzers in my ear. Did you have limes?
Yeah, I had twice. Yeah, I had to take. You know,
I thought once you get that, it's like for life or something.
no, if you don't catch it, it is. It can, yeah.
I got a few bugs back here. Man, this is the ultimate graveyard.
Square body.
Yeah, square body row over there. K5.
Corvair.
Power wagon with a winch on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mid 60s C10. That is pretty rough, full of parts. 60s Ranchero, 68 Chevelle with the engine pulled. Not much left on that one. A couple Camaros.
See, these are cars that have been around 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, they're kind of rotted into the ground, but I mean, these are still restorable. Some, like, it's, I mean,
the trunk trim alone and all the grills, even if it's rechromable, is still good.
Bonneville. I mean, guys, we might have to revisit this yard because we're actually almost out of time. He didn't want us farting around back here too long, so I'm gonna have to make friends with the owner and do a follow-up on this place. Oh, we got the white Freightliner cab over back when they were together. Yeah, I bet you these emblems are worth something. That's a cool emblem on there. These don't these fold up too, or no?
That's aluminum. You polish that up, it'll look good.
Mustang convertible.
Yeah, now we're getting the thorns.
Yeah, and Kenworth cab over. All right, so Jack is heading back up front. I'm gonna do one little spin back through, and let's just say the owner, there's a reason all these cars are still here. We'll say that. You know, nice guy, but if you guys are watching this video, don't disclose the location of where it is, because he doesn't really want the internet to know where it is. So if you don't comment that down below, it'd be much appreciated. All right, I want to get back up here. By the way, Jen, I know she hasn't put up a video in a little bit, but Jennifer Sugent, my wonderful woman, she has her own channel, so check her out. Always a link down below to her channel. She said she's gonna have a video up. Her next one is on our little Niagara Falls trip. And she said next week. Thank you guys very much for tuning into the video, especially if you've watched this far. Appreciate you very much. Everybody that has bought shirts and hats. I don't have like an elaborate selection of stuff on the website, but NoNonsenseKnowHow.com. And I appreciate you guys. I'll see you again very soon. NNKH, over out.